Normally you get just cliche answers, don't you, from footballers? Not from Thomas Delaney, though, who spoke to Gab and Juls on their latest podcast. We spoke about it a little bit yesterday. Here's more of that interview where he's asked about Jadon Sancho.
Clearly one of the biggest talents I've played with. But with that talent comes a lot of pressure. And I think that he slowly starts to feel that from the England whole national team and clubs surrounding him now. I don't see as a player, technical and physical, any limits for him. You know, he can get up there, but the question will be in his head and the effort he puts in, and of course luck, injuries and stuff. But only looking at his skills, he definitely has what it takes to become one of the five biggest players in the world, and then all the things around is very difficult to see clear at this moment if it's enough, because you see big talents that go to waste. I would say he already did enough to prove himself. He's 19 and he's his most score points in the league together with Timo Werner and Lewandowski, and that's amazing. But he should strive for more, because there's definitely room for that.
Well, Jules and Stevie still with us. Shaka Hislop joins the conversation as well. Shaka, Thomas Delaney hasn't read the Player's Guide to Cliche Answers. And surely he says, yeah, he's got everything, all the tools to be a top world-class player, which he kind of says, but then he says, look, mentally, it seems to take a strain on him, the pressure that he's getting from England. This is quite something coming from not a coach, but a teammate.
Yeah, it is. Players don't talk about each other that way, about having to feel the pressure, especially when the player in question is as important to the team as Jadon Sancho is to Borussia Dortmund. Listen, on the one hand, maybe it is coming from a genuine place, a slightly older, slightly more experienced player, seeing somebody as talented as Sancho, maybe just wanting to encourage him by his words. But in the other, I find it strange in that where was this kind of criticism or encouragement, as I phrase it, first half of the season? And since we came back in the new year, short start of the season, then the lockdown, and he's been injured and coming off the bench since he restarted. So from that angle, I find it kind of strange. The timing of it all doesn't add up for me.
Stevie?
Hey, yeah. Listen, this is down to the interrogation team that is the Gab and Juls podcast. They absolutely set him up, got him feeling good, and he spilled the beans. I mean, that's all it is. Hey, honestly, you guys can get a job in the Secret Service any day of the week, you two. Listen, the guy was being absolutely honest, but they buttered him up, good time, and he spilled the beans. But what he said is correct, both about Sancho feeling the pressure, because the guy's only 19. I mean, it would be a strange thing for a 19-year-old to be able to handle all this talk for so long about, wages and going for over 100 million. I mean, that's tough for anybody, never mind a 19-year-old. And I agree with him as far as talent. I mean, when he's playing and he gets the ball at his feet, I take notice. There are very few players where you actually sit up and go, oh, hold on a second, something's capable of happening here. And again, we're talking about a 19-year-old, so he absolutely has, the sky's the limit. I think he could be the next Hazard, no question, and he's not that far off. So, yeah, but Gab, Juls, fantastic job. Well done.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.